Hi guys, sorry about the absence from last. This is Richard.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, and we're just doing a quick vlog because we've been to see Wrath of the Titans 3D IMAX version, and we're just going to talk about what we thought about it.
We are.
Well, first things first, the 3D. Anyone that watches my blog knows I have a few issues with 3D. Okay, what did you...
Yeah, well, for me, the 3D, it can work, but this film's so fast-paced, especially at the beginning, the kind of action scene at the beginning, you're kind of just looking at a blur for a lot of it. And from what I gather, that's the problem with a lot of 3D films, action films.
The rate there is past that. As soon as you get any sort of speed, it just blurs. Which doesn't work. I mean, the big problem everyone complained about with the last film, the remake of Clash of the Titans, was it was retrofitted 3D, because this was just after Avatar came out, so they retrofitted it and it looked awful. And you could tell a lot of the scenes were staged for 3D, like the scenes in the labyrinth where it's all moving around them and it zooms in and out.
And it's those scenes that really work in 3D, the scenes that have been specially made for a 3D platform.
The final battle with Kronos, that did look good in 3D, the way he was like chucking lava and it hardened and fell as stone in the sky. That did actually work.
It did. Well, the thing about that is that because it was on such a grand scale, everything was kind of done action-wise in kind of slow motion.
Very slow.
Yeah. So that really worked for the 3D.
I mean, I do have to say, the final battle was one of my favourite parts, and I think what really worked for it so well was the IMAX setup, because the whole final battle, Kronos is enormous. You see giants earlier in the film, and then you see Kronos burst his way out of a mountain, and it is...
It's almost like the action envelops you in the audience.
Because of course when you've got the big IMAX screen completely in your field of vision and the sound blasting at you, it really works well.
Yeah, very much so.
So we should move on to characters, story, that sort of thing.
Yeah, which for me was a lot more in depth, a lot more believable than the first, actually.
Yeah, I think this film really took a lot on a life on its own. Because the first one was just a remake. Obviously, they had to stick to a certain script by the first film. This one, they really got to do their own thing. And it really works. It's so much better than the first one.
Yeah, so much better. For me, the whole the family issues that get brought up, much more in depth than the first one. That whole kind of feeling by a sibling that you're betrayed by a father or by a father figure, and the love and affection goes to another sibling who's had kind of nothing to do with your life. Really, kind of shows through much more than the last film.
Yeah, and I liked Hades. I liked that they went into the fact that he did get screwed over by Zeus, and you know, it's...
And that whole thing of Zeus asking for forgiveness because he forgave what Hades was doing right now. Yeah,
it is quite a strong message about family, and it really, as I said, it was much better this time around because they were freed from the shackles of having to be compared to original.
Yeah. And despite the 3D and the sort of the gimmick of it being on the IMAX and stuff like that, for me what really shone through in this film, as compared to the first one, is that it was much more, it felt much more of a drama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, rather than just an action film.
Oh yeah. And who was the best actor? The Yorkshire guy.
I can't remember his name, but he
plays the god Hephaestus. He was fantastic.
Yeah, bit of comedy relief there. Yeah. Brilliant, brilliant.
No, so all in all, better than the first one, I have to say. Yeah, it was so much better. Anything else you'd like to add, or?
No, I think that's covered for me.
And it's nice because one thing I noticed was, I've just realised there's a lot of films I actually do want. Lately I've been going through a very dry patch with films. There's nothing I really want to see, but now we've got Prometheus, we've got the Avengers, we've got the Snow White film, which I'm strangely excited about. There's quite a lot going on this summer now, so
Good times, good
Yep.
times.
so more of this vlog coming up, and I am working on season 2 of my proper reviews, so they will be coming back eventually. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay, so goodbye from us.
Goodbye.